All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chico, California in the Silver Dollar Speedway, and it is time to take on the Gold Cup Race of Champions with High Limit Racing.
So we are just about to get tonight underway here at the Silver Dollar Speedway. In total, we have 32 cars in the pit area, and we are just about to get suited up, get cars fired up, and roll into engine heat, hot laps, and qualifying.
So just getting away from the chaos for a second, I think we were down a cylinder, lost a cylinder, one or the other there for qualifying. In hot laps, my car felt good. Our lap time, though, didn't look exactly where we wanted, and it's just kind of tough to judge with some of the grease, and kind of thought the engine didn't come off the corner great. But some of these little tracks, like sometimes, you know, you kind of get in the fluff, and anyway, I mean, it's a 410, so you're expecting it to kind of scream. So anyway, we discussed it, went back out for qualifying, and it was noticeably different. So basically just ran wide open, you know, for 2 laps. I was like, man, that didn't really sound right, and lap time was still an 11.9, but, you know, we're several tenths off where we need to be. So out of 30 cars, we were about 19 quick on 7 cylinders. So immediately, you know, they're like, should we try to figure out what's going on? Thought maybe like could have just been an issue with the spark plug and the cylinder's not actually firing, but like we just need to change it. Like this is like we don't have a ton of time. We just need to do it right. Get our, you know, we have spare engines for a reason. We have a spare engine so we can drop it in and give ourselves the best chance instead of trying to, you know, screw with it all night or see if we fix the issue. Engine problems are part of racing, and we've actually been very fortunate. So this situation is like, hey, we got the backup engine, so we just swapped right now and we're finishing things up. And unfortunately, it didn't qualify as good as we would have liked, but it's part of it, and now we could just all that's important now is how we fight back. Well, we bounced back about as good as we could have there. 6-car invert in the heat race. We started second because we qualified 19th and got the jump, led every single lap. It was nice to have 10 laps by myself. I was a little nervous just because the racetrack, you know, has a pretty hard center. Like, it's slick, but there's enough grip that even though we didn't really make a lot of changes just because we didn't have a ton of time, we just changed the gear and snugged up with one small adjustment. And I think that helped, and honestly, we were pretty good. I mean, I think we could have been a little better in 1 and 2, but the hard part is 1 and 2 where you could almost be a little tighter. 3 and 4, I feel like you can't because it's still thicker, and you know, you kind of bounce around a little bit, so your car has to be freed up to make speed. Anyway, we'll see where we start in this upcoming A-main event. Not expecting to start up front because of points, but think we'll probably be, you know, somewhere past mid-pack, and just every car we pass now again will help us moving forward, and just trying to recover as much as we can from, you know, how qualifying put us behind. Right. I mean, you know, maybe. Well, they're making the final changes here to the racetrack. Kind of just out there packing, getting all ready for our 30 lapper. So we'll be up next. We start 12th. So we got 30 laps ahead here. We're rolling off from 12th. We're sitting 12th in points. That's kind of how that all works out here. Main goal, of course, is just move forward. I feel like the racetrack's shaping up where we're definitely going to have opportunity to pass, and probably just going to keep getting better throughout the entire show. So go out there, do our job, and try to be aggressive from the drop of the green flag. Well, guys, just walking up to the racetrack, just got a chance to see all of our great West Coast fans and also decompress for 10 or 15 minutes after the feature. I really needed that. Just really try to think through the entirety of the 30 laps. Simply, we just weren't super good. We started 12th, finished 14th, and I just felt like I never got in a great rhythm and never had good positive forward momentum. Like, got okay starts through lap 1, but just never got to where, like I said, right away, immediately we could attack and find the lane where my car felt like it was, you know, most productive, you know, and could had the right attitude and balance maybe for what the racing surface was like. You had 2 different corners, and you know, a lot of the race I was actually probably running the high side, and maybe that wasn't necessarily the line to be in. It was just tough. There was a lot of guys in the bottom lane, and with where I was at mid-pack, you know, you're kind of trying to just go where guys aren't. So I was trying to really make the top work and just never really could build up some of the necessary speed throughout most of the race. And then on restarts was in really bad position as well. Like I said, I just felt like I was never in the right spot at the right time. We're out here working on the track right now for the next 2 nights of racing. You guys know I always give my honest opinion, and I'll tell you, man, Chico, I have such a love-hate relationship with this place. Like, some nights you love it to death, and some nights you just shake your head, and tonight was one of them. Again, I just don't feel like we were very good for the racetrack, and again, just trying to figure out what we necessarily needed to be better. But our speed definitely wasn't there. Good early in the night, like, I mean, at least in, you know, that heat race, but it's hard to judge. You know, you put, nowadays there's so many good cars, you put anyone up front and clean air is a big deal, and you can make really good speed, but then your car still has to be good in traffic. And I just think my car wasn't great in traffic, but I'll take responsibility too. I just don't feel like I maybe ran a great race, and again, just like found my footing to get going, and again, putting my car in the right place at the right time. But that's part of the game. All you can do is live and learn. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is our prelim night here at the Gold Cup. We're definitely not in the position we want to be in as far as rolling into Saturday. We're probably going to be, you know, about mid-pack in points out of all the cars. So we're not locked in or nothing. We're going to have some work to do, but again, that's part of the game, and now it's time to do our homework the next 24 hours. You know, the next half of the cars race. Good chance for Carly and I to watch and maybe drop just a different setup on, again, what we need as this racetrack slicks off, for me to feel my 100% so I can do my job and everything's working together. But big thank you to my team. They did a great job tonight. You know, one thing, hats off, everyone's attitude and focus, you know, even through the engine swap and then getting out and winning the heat race and all that. Like, we didn't get some of our true laps to really feel out our race car, which then definitely limited, you know, some of our time to make changes in track time to be, you know, be the best that we could be. So my team did a great job, and keep putting our focus in the right spots, and that's what's really important. So thank you guys as well. Appreciate my community through the good, the bad nights. I mean, from all the fans that stopped by, I mean, we've had people help buy us tires or buy us fuel or give us quarters. Like, it's crazy that, and then all of our partners that just, you know, live or die for our team. Like, we appreciate it so much, and we wouldn't be where we're at without each and every one of you. So we'll see you guys in the next video. That is going to wrap up our preliminary night here at the Gold Cup. Deuces.